with love. Welcome to my channel.
I've been working my knee sore. I've been searching for the curtain you can't draw.
Hey guys, it's Tammy. Welcome to my brand new channel to kind of document and vlog about my daily life with cancer. Really my goals for this channel is to hopefully help other people like myself who are living with cancer or maybe have a family member or a friend who's living with cancer. And before we get started, if you like this video, remember to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of my videos, and leave your comments in the comment section below. So without further ado, I'm going to get started and I'll share with you my cancer story. So there's different types of cancer groups. For example, there's leukemia, there's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, there's Hodgkin's lymphoma cancers, and there's many other groups. My cancer is in the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer group. It is in the subset, so within that non-Hodgkin's lymphoma group is another group called CTCL, which is cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. My specific cancer is mycosis fungoides. I have cancer of the blood within the lymphatic system, and it is specifically my T-cells or my immune system that is cancerous. And mycosis fungoides, funny enough, is also the cancer that Mr. T has. So I thought I'd share my little cancer story about when I found out I had cancer, a little bit about the beginning of my journey. So I found out that I had cancer around May of 2014. So it's been almost 3 years since I received my diagnosis. I still remember the day that I found out I had it. To make a really, really long story short, I started to get skin rashes around 1998, 1999, and initially we thought it was eczema, and then we thought it was psoriasis, and finally around 2009, I was diagnosed with a condition called SLE lupus. And so once I got the SLE lupus diagnosis, we thought, okay, we know what's causing all these rashes and kind of plaques that were happening all over my body. And so I was super excited not to have lupus, but to finally have a diagnosis, and I started treatment for SLE lupus. However, the rashes did not disappear. My skin didn't clear up. And so my rheumatologist was taking a look at my feet, and they were covered with tumors. And he was like, there's something else going on here, and we need to find out what it is. So he sent me to one of the leading dermatologists in Alberta. I live in Alberta, Canada. And so I went to see this doctor, and the doctor, one look at me, and he knew what it was. And I thought he was saying MS. I thought he was saying I had multiple sclerosis. And I was like, I've never heard of skin rashes being a symptom of multiple sclerosis, but who am I? Like, I'm not a medical professional. The doctor told me I had to come back to get a skin biopsy done. I think it was like a week later I had to go for the biopsy. So I show up for the biopsy, and I go to the counter, and I said, yeah, it's Tammy. I'm here for my biopsy appointment. And she's like, oh, yes, you're in the melanoma slot. And I'm like, no. I said, I'm not here to be screened for melanoma. I said, I'm here because I think I have MS. And she's like, well, no, you're in the cancer screening slot. You're in the melanoma slot. And I said to her, I don't have cancer. I said, I definitely don't have cancer. I said, they think I have MS. She's like, well, you're in the melanoma slot, but I'll get the doctor to talk to you. So I go into the little room, and I'm laying there, and the doctor comes in and he says, "Hi, Tammy, I just want to clarify, you understand why you're here, right?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." I said, "You think I have MS?" And he's like, "No, no, we don't think you have MS." He said, "We think you have MF, which is short for mycosis fungoides." He goes, "We think you have cancer." And I'm like, "What?" Like, this is 2014. The rashes first appeared in 1998, 1999, and around that time. I mean, how could it be possible for somebody to have cancer from 1999 to 2014? Like, I'd be dead. This was my thinking. And so I just kind of kept quiet, and I said, okay. So we did the biopsy. We did, I believe, 3 biopsies that day from different sections of my body, and I went home. And it just did not feel real to me. I said to my mom as we were leaving, they think I have cancer. And she's like, "What?" And now she's really confused because I had told her the week before they think I have multiple sclerosis. Now I'm telling her they think I have cancer. Like, she probably was like, "I think my daughter is whacked." But so we left. I went home, and I had to wait about 6 weeks to get the results. Mycosis fungoides can be very, very difficult to diagnose, even with a skin biopsy. So it took about 6 weeks for me to get the results. During that time, it didn't really feel real to me. It felt like I was in a dream. And I was really nervous. Like, oh my God, if I have cancer, I'm going to be dying. Those are my first thoughts. So I was really, really trying and struggling not to look at it negatively. But to kind of just try to focus on the positive and ignore the negative, which didn't go very well, let me tell you. But finally, the 6 weeks ended. I got the phone call to come see the doctor, and I was told I have cancer. And so I had to start... I don't mean to start crying. I'm sorry. So finally, I started my crazy cancer journey. In the past, I think I'm going to have to edit this out because I don't want to look like a fool. So I started the next 3 years of my crazy cancer journey. I have been through radiation. I've done different forms of chemo. And, yeah. I have lived my life, tried to live it as normally as I can. But it is getting more difficult to do that. And so I am really trying to stay positive, and I've had to really change a lot of things in my life. I think the number one thing, if I had to pick one thing that I have probably struggled the most with, and the number one change or the number one consequence of cancer and treatments that I've had to deal with is my physical appearance changes. Not that I'm a vain person at all, because I'm not. But I have gone through a lot of physical changes. The number one thing that you'll probably notice is my tooth. I've lost my front tooth. I'm actually losing all my teeth. So I have tumors inside my mouth and on my gums, and they have loosened all of my teeth, or most of my teeth. And this tooth here came out, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago. By the time it came out, I was happy it was gone, trust me. But I felt like a kind of like a hillbilly. I felt, really self-conscious about it. Now it's kind of like, oh, well, it's gone. I have to deal with it, right? You lose your hair. I've lost half my eyebrows. I've had permanent hair damage or hair thinning and loss here in the front of my head. But yeah, the back is still nice and thick. I don't know. It's crazy. I have cancer on my face, and I have gained weight from this cancer. I know a lot of people think, oh, cancer, you lose weight. Well, I've gained weight, and the type of cancer that I have tends to make people gain weight, not lose it. So I've dealt with that. I would have to say the second thing that I have struggled with is, and it's just recently started happening for me, is pain. I have, actually last week I went for another biopsy. I had gone for a checkup at the Cross Cancer Institute in Edmonton and ended up having to go for an emergency biopsy. They think I may have a second cancer now that's separate from the mycosis fungoides, so I'm waiting right now to get those results from 4 biopsies I had done last week. It's definitely been a crazy cancer journey, but I do have some positives that have happened. So in August, I just finished my 60th round of radiation treatments, and I was told last week that they think the radiation that I had done to certain areas of my body may have been successful, and that the cancer may be gone from those areas. So once a week I do chemo injections that I inject myself, and I will do a separate video on that chemo injections that I do, and probably show you how I do them. It's not too gross, don't worry about it. It's not nasty or anything like that, or at least I don't think it is, but I hope I'm making sense here in this video. I'm a little bit having to take a lot of pain medication the last couple weeks because of this tumor I have in my abdomen on my right side, and I think it's pressing on a nerve or something because the pain has been crazy. And so I've been really doped up on pain medication, and yeah, I tend to get really loopy sometimes, and I apologize if I am. Really, I apologize. Other positive thing I want to tell you about is I have been living with my sister and her family. And when I really started getting sick, I moved in with her, and I have been so grateful to her and my nieces for being so supportive to me. Thank you so much. And I love you. Love you, sister. But I've decided, you know what? It's time for me to be on my own again. And so I went and I got myself an apartment. And I will be doing loads more videos on my apartment because I'm going to be doing DIYs on decorating, and I'm actually an artist as well. So I'll do videos on that, maybe some art related videos, and different things that I enjoy doing. I think that's really important, is finding an activity or something that you really, really love to do, and that can help you get through those really dark times as you're fighting cancer, because there are going to be very dark, depressing times. I've really gotten into movies lately, and my aunts and uncles all got together and bought me an Android TV box. So I've been watching movies galore. I'm staying with my mom right now until I get my new place on March 1st, which is a week away. Oh, I cannot wait. And the crazy thing is, I haven't even seen what this apartment looks like. I have no freaking clue what I'm moving into. And the reason I haven't seen it is because there's somebody living in the apartment. My mom's friend or co-worker at her office is the caretaker there. So it would be very difficult for me, because I'm on long-term disability insurance, to qualify for an apartment based on the fact that I don't work. Like, I have long-term disability insurance. With my treatments, the way I feel, I could not work having cancer. I couldn't do it. It took me about 2 years to admit that. Right now, my focus is to get better and to beat this cancer. So the cancer that I have, mycosis fungoides, does not have a cure. There is no cure. However, I this summer was tested for a stem cell transplant, and I have a perfect exact match, and it's my sister. So at this point, I cannot have a stem cell transplant. There's other things that are going on, like the fact that we don't know if I have a second cancer yet, and some other things health-wise that are going on with me. But once I'm able to have a transplant, I have a donor, and so I'm really excited about that. I'm not really sure what else to say. I think I will stop this video for right now, and I will start working on some more videos. I'm not going to always post about cancer every single video, but I will be sharing a lot about it, and I do hope that some of the information or tips or tricks that I find work for me hopefully will help other people. So if you have any kind of video that you'd like to see or have questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. So until next time, guys, happy living.